Hi, so today we're going to learn how to graph and interpret parabolas. So first, to do this, we need to find the y-intercept. So to do this, we plug in 0 for x. So we get f of 0 equals -10. So we know that our y-intercept is 0, -10. Next, we find the axis of symmetry. And we do this by considering this equation as in the form f of x equals ax squared plus bx plus c. In this case, a is 1, b is -3, and c is -10. So, once we have this, we can then use the formula x equals -b over 2a to find the axis of symmetry, or more specifically, the x coordinate of the vertex, which we know falls along the axis of symmetry. We get this through calculus, but today we'll just plug in numbers. So plugging in, we get 3 over 2, because we have -3 for B and 1 for A. So we know that our axis of symmetry is x equals 3 over 2. This is a line. So next we find the vertex, and as we said, we know that the vertex lies on the axis of symmetry, and the axis of symmetry passes through the vertex. So to find the vertex, we just enter in 3/2 in for x, so we get f of 3/2 equals 9/4 minus 9/2 minus 10. So we can simplify this to say -9/4 minus 40/4, which is -49/4. So we now know that our vertex is 3/2, comma, -49/4. Now we just need to figure out if this is a minimum or a maximum. And to do this, we look at the value of A, which is 1. If A is positive, then we have a minimum. But if A is negative, we have a maximum. And we can remember this by, if it's positive, we have a smile, so we have a minimum. And if it's negative, if A is negative, we have a frown, which is a maximum. So we know that since A is positive, we have a minimum. So this vertex is a minimum. Now it's time to graph. So we have all of our information, and so first we can put in the y-intercept, which is 0, -10. Next we have our axis of symmetry, which is 3/2. We can use a dotted line to represent this. And then the vertex we know is 3/2 and then -12 and 1/4. So this is -10 right here. And we know that if this point exists on this side of the axis of symmetry, then we know that a mirror reflection point will exist right here on the other side. And since this has a distance of 3/2, this will also have a distance of 3/2. So we know that 3/2 away from this axis of symmetry this way, we also have a point at -10 in the y-coordinate. If you look at this parabola here, you can see that we can factor this very easily to x minus 5, x plus 2. So now we know that if we plug in 5 and if we plug in -2, then we get 0. So we know that the points 5, 0, and -2, 0 also exist and are very nice and easy for us to plot. So, okay, and then since we know that this point is the minimum, there we go.